go, baby. Yes, sir. Let's go. Emo, you got 2 weeks. Let's go. 2 weeks. Yes, sir.
That's how you do it.
Yeah. Give me my damn hat and t-shirt. Oh, back to back. Proud of you, buddy. Way to go.
Appreciate it.
Woo! How about it? Oh, you man. Holy. Man. Back to back, baby. Never easy. Never easy.
Great job. Appreciate it. Great job. Great job. All right, buddy. And you get another week. Good job, Jack. Congrats, man. Good job, man. Nowski. Play that new jello. Whoa. You guys look like you remember who the you are. Yeah, that was awesome. That's a hell of a win, guys. All I can think about is, man, we've been forcing this stuff now. This has been 3 years in the making. Some of it 4. Like, that just doesn't happen. You got to work through it, grind through it, and go through the downs to get to the ups of where we're at. That was unbelievable, man. Division winners, back-to-back seasons, and the #1 seed. It was a total team effort. I got 3 game balls. On offense, 23 carries, 139 yards, 3 touchdowns, 5 catches for 31 yards, 1 touchdown. Broke the franchise record for touchdowns in the season. John Gibbs.
Appreciate y'all boys. Couldn't do without y'all. Love y'all. Let's keep going.
All right, here we go on defense. 5 total tackles. All right, 1 pass defended. Only gave 18. Had 3 catches. Mr. Amik Robinson.
I mean it from the bottom of my heart, man. I appreciate y'all, man, because y'all gave me a chance to showcase what I could do when they tried to bury me, dog. But they can't bury what comes from the dirt.
Stop playing with.
Let's get that big one, man. Let's keep on working, man. I love y'all. Appreciate y'all.
The champ is here.
I got 1 more on defense. 7 total tackles. 1 quarterback hit, 1 pass defense. Welcome back, Alex Angeloni.
Hey, every time you get this is a team award, but defense, I'm proud of you today, man. I'm proud of the defense today. This for y'all. Appreciate you. Love you.
It's a hell of a win, man. Back-to-back seat. What we've done is not easy. It's not easy, but I'm telling you what, man, we've said it all along. We got a special group, man, and this has been coming a long time. That's a lot of hard work, and we are the #1 seed with a bye, gentlemen. Great job.
I was swerving in that corner.
Hey, way to go, fellas. Be proud of this. This is just step 1. This is just step 1. We're on it bigger and better now. Proud of you guys. Love y'all. 1 on 3, 1 on 3.
Put that jello on. Check. I'm proud of y'all, man. I'm proud of y'all. Every man in this circle has played a part to us winning these ball games. And you can't take that for granted. You can't take it for granted. The way you give your heart and soul to each other, we can't be stopped. All right, keep believing in each other. Keep praying for one another. I'm proud of y'all. Love y'all, all right?
Come on. 2 times. 2 times.
Yeah. I'm in a good mood now. I'm in a good mood. We're going to talk a little bit. We're going to talk a little bit about Coach of the Year. We're going to talk about some of the stuff that is on the Lions PR site right there on this episode of Lion Villain Report.
Hey, yo, the lies so that you never make it. Hopeless, so it seems. Eyes closed, hands open wide to embrace your dreams. Sometimes you gotta take a loss just to get the win. Like lots of sin was popping in like oxygen when boxes wet. Focus on the mental, never lose like a smooth instrumental. Better choose on the move in a pinto. Choose when I get to, never lose smooth on the move, but it's simple. Never give up and we running and maybe we just keep winning, we conquering daily. Envision that pay me, it's never this way. Me indigenous, maybe we winning this crazy. Your opportunity, your opportunity, your opportunity, it's your opportunity, your opportunity, your opportunity, your opportunity, it's your opportunity, your opportunity, your opportunity, your opportunity, it's your opportunity, your opportunity, your opportunity, your opportunity.
Yeah. Welcome one, welcome all, ladies and gentlemen, to the show, to the Lion Villain Report. I am your host. It's your boy Russell Wayne, up in the house, broadcasting live into some of our favorite spots, like our Facebook page right there at Lion Villain Squad, on YouTube at Lion Villain Squad. We are on the Detroit Lions News podcast right there with Joe Chap and the boys over there, and we are broadcasting live in there. We are on the Huddle Sports Network right there on Roku, baby. Let's do it. Let's do it. We are the UDFA. This is the Lion Villain Report. Russell Wayne right here, the UDFA of sports podcasting. Yeah, the Tom Kennedy, baby. We're going to keep on grinding until we get good at this. We're not the best podcast out there, but we're definitely going to keep on grinding until we get to the top of that list. That's right. That's right. We are brought to you by, as always, NFL Shop, our affiliate marketing partners right there. Scan the QR code and get yourself up to 25% off of your order with that NFC North Championship swag. Thank you to those that support the show. If you want to partner with the Villain Squad and you want to be guilty by association, get a hold of Main Event Mike at 810-620-2167 and find out how you can harness the power of the villain to help your business. It's faith, family, and then football, in that order. We use football to spend time with our family. We use football to create memories. We don't let football use us. So, welcome to the show. Who else is up in here? Who else is in here? Let's say hello to our friends. Let me get my stuff queued up right there. You go.
Say hello to my little friend.
Broski Bear welcomes himself to the chat. I don't even need a welcome. He welcomes himself. Broski says that I'll be the first one to tell you that Dan Campbell should win Coach of the Year. Some will say that the Queen's improvement was greater this season, and that's a very good debate right there. I like that.
You like that?
I like that. Henry Gray up in the house. Dwayne Keene up in the house. Jay Smooth, what's going on, Jay Smooth? Thank you. Dwayne Keene, DJ up in the house. Maurice up in the house. Tyler up in the house.
Shout out to my little friend.
Muskegon Posse in here. What's up, Chuck?
You like that?
Good morning, John. Good morning, Paul. And we're here to talk some football. Some football. I love it. And they had some, I don't know if I want to start with the award stuff. I think I will, though. Starting with the awards. And when it comes, and I want to go over what all of the awards are, but a lot of people want to talk about this. I mean, O'Connell and Campbell. I mean, when you look at all of the head coaching of the year candidates, I would say that Dan Campbell and Kevin O'Connell are at the head of that table. Because I'm looking over here, as far as the Sports Illustrated, the voting, Dan Campbell and Kevin O'Connell are the only ones that had first round, had 4 first votes, 4 second votes. And then there were, Dan Quinn was in there, Jim Harbaugh is in there, Mike Tomlin deserves some love. I don't agree with the last two. I don't think Matt LaFleur deserves anything for this year as far as the coaching. I mean, you got swept by 2 teams in your division. I can't put Matt LaFleur and seriously take that. But Andy Reid, you're the Super Bowl champions, and you just put your foot on the gas, go 15-2 again. So you deserve to be talked about. Jim Harbaugh definitely deserves to be talked about. I mean, you got a Chargers team that was left for dead. I mean, honestly, right? I'm sorry I'm looking a little bit rough. I got to get ready for my show tonight. And I will shave it all up for the show tonight. I'm going to paint my face up to do this concert over at the Machine Shop in Flint, Michigan. If you like the band Tool, and drop it a Y for yes, N for no. I mean, it might not even be your thing. You might live in the country or something. But if you like the band Tool from the 90s, we do a lot of music from Anima. We do a lot of music from Lateralis and 10,000 Days. And I'm gonna paint my head up tonight from a makeup girl, Kayla. She's gonna be in there. So if you like the band Tool, it's definitely something that you don't want to miss in there. And let me know if you're coming. And especially if you're traveling. If you're traveling to watch me sing in a concert where I get to play the role of Maynard James Keenan from the band Tool, if you're going to do that, let me know. If you inbox me, I can get your ticket comped because you watched this show, and I think that that's cool. I just talk football on here. But when I'm looking at the Coach of the Year, I'm looking at Sports Illustrated. Dan Campbell, Kevin O'Connell, those are the top 2 guys. And O'Connell still deserves to be talked about. Main Event Mike, who is the host of the Monday show, the Main Event Football show, he was talking about how Kevin O'Connell should still be the Coach of the Year because, I mean, look at what he's overcame. Kevin O'Connell has overcame a ton. And we were all on here, myself included, talking about how the Bears could be at the top of this division fighting. And nobody gave the Vikings a big chance, I mean, I can lay claim to saying that Sam Darnold's going to be pretty good in this offense. But I didn't think they were going to win 14 games. I thought that they could have topped out at like 10 or 11 games, maybe. The Vikings, they could put it together. I thought it was going to be a mistake to throw McCarthy out there right away anyway. That injury might have been the best thing that ever happened to him. Because now they'll probably keep Darnold. How could you not? He didn't have a good game against the Lions in the last game, but he's been lights out.
It's my quarterback.
For the whole year. All right. How long have they been head coaches? Well, I know that Dan Campbell's been head coach since 2021. And it's undeniable. And to me, it's Dan Campbell. And I'm a homer. I don't care what anybody says. Dan Campbell should be the the coach of the year. Oh, but Kevin O'Connell's overcame everything. I mean, he overcame the death of a player. And that is outstanding that he would do that. But the Lions improved from 12-5 to 15-2. And they did it with 21 guys on injured reserve. And said coach that went up against, and I don't think that they should count head to head as the main thing, but they should count head to head if you're looking at two teams that have overcame a lot. O'Connell's been here for 3 years now, too. I think it's been 3 years. But now, since you've got two coaches that did really, really well, one finished 15-2, one finished 14-3. Now, granted, nobody expected the Vikings to do anything, and the Lions came in with expectations. So, do I believe that they should be running on the same playing field? No. Dan Campbell was expected to come in and do well this year. O'Connell was not. This was expected to be a down year by almost every pundit that's out there. Now, but you factor in that the Lions did have like over 21 guys on injured reserve. It might even be a bit more than that. All these guys on injured reserve, and they beat the Minnesota Vikings head to head both times they played them. So Dan Campbell's overcame even more, and I'm not trying to undersell the death of a player. That is because that's the tough thing right there, and that's why Kevin O'Connell probably will win Coach of the Year. But Dan Campbell deserves to have his hat in that ring, obviously, for beating him twice. But Kevin O'Connell definitely deserves to be in that conversation still, even after the beatdown. DJ said, now, I wouldn't be mad if Jim got it. He deserves it as well, but they have to give it to MCDC. I mean, I don't think it's that much of a shoe-in. Hey, thank you for the Tool love right there, Jay-Z. He's all right. I'll tell you what. I put Tool fans. Now, going to a concert, I'll put Tool fans up against any fan base out there. I mean, you want to talk about a fan base that knows the music, right? You're not just going into the concert to be, oh, wow, look at us. No, when you go to a Tool concert or a Tool tribute concert, you're going there expecting to get in, scream a little bit, be able to let out some fat aggressions. In my case, you want to let out some fat aggressions, scream it out. They know all the lyrics to the songs. So even if you just, oh, they're okay. That's an okay band. The concert experience is a different deal. I'm just telling you. I'm telling you. You'll never expect to see me in this light. I'm telling you. There's a transformation that happens. If you ever seen the movie Over the Top, I flip the hat around. Turn into a character. A fun character. But Dan Campbell should win Coach of the Year. In my opinion. And with the criteria of, having the bottom fall out, this team was left for dead. Sorry. After the Hutchinson injury, everybody was like, oh, wow, that was nice to get that win, but the season's over. I was listening to Lion fan. You could feel it. It was somber. And you lose Lee McNeil. You lose Alex Anzalone. You lose Carlton Davis. Oh, they're dropping like flies. Somber. Dan Campbell deserves Coach of the Year. I mean, to not only overcome that, but to overcome that at the level that he overcame that. But O'Connell definitely deserves to be talked about right there. But how about some of the other things that are up there? How about I'm looking at the Sports Illustrated article, and I hate sharing them on here because I always put background things that make it weird, and I don't want to do that. I don't know how that is. I got like commercials running over there on the side. But for MVP, Josh Allen, Lamar Jackson. I honestly believe that Joe Burrow should be in there. I don't like the Saquon Barkley one. I mean, you think he should get the MVP because he had 2,000 yards rushing? I mean, I guess he could make a case, definitely, when you're talking about a running back, right? You don't even see many of those considered. Justin Jefferson is on that list. Jaden Daniels is on that list. Sam Darnold, Patrick Mahomes, Jared Goff, Baker Mayfield, MVP. All these guys that got MVP votes. And I think everybody is just kind of in this spot where Josh Allen's going to get it. I know that Lamar Jackson might even deserve it, but he got it last year. I don't know if that's going to make any difference, but it might, just psychologically.
You've had enough of that shit.
But I think Josh Allen's a good pick for it. I mean, how could you not say that? You get rid of Stephon Diggs. Oh, they got no offensive weapons. What are they going to do? Josh Allen's is what they're going to do.
It's my quarterback.
Josh Allen. I got to see that up close. I got to see that up close and personal. That hurt. He didn't just shred the Lions offense or the defense. It was just kind of like he made it look like it wasn't even that hard. I think that was the wake up call that the Lions defense needed. That was probably a tough week of film. I would think going into the last week, that would be a tough film to look at. All of that Josh Allen just owning your defense. But they sure seem to figure it out when Alex Anzalone is out there. I'd have to say that. Josh Allen, MVP. What do you think? Throw it in the comments. This is the Lion Villain Report with your host, Russell Wayne. That's me. I'm here Monday through Saturday at 10 a.m. talking football. Lions are on a bye week because they went in and put a beat down on the Minnesota Vikings and snatched that NFC North title again. the reigning, defending NFC North champion. That don't mean shit. Got to get that chip. Got to make it worth something, right? I don't want to get too cocky. Like, I don't like any of the second round matchups. I mean, you look at these games, you're gonna have to play one of these 6 teams. Well, I guess you can't. I mean, you're not gonna play the one of these 5 teams. You ain't gonna play the Eagles, but you got to play Green Bay again for the 3rd time. That's got to be hard. Or you got to go play the Vikings again. Bring Matt Stafford here. Going to bring a rookie quarterback here. If I had to pick, that's what I want. I want a rookie quarterback coming into the Hornets' nest known as Ford Field. I want a defense that I can run on. That's the Washington Commanders. The Washington Commanders, to me, is the clearest path to the NFC Championship game. My second choice would be the Tampa Bay Buccaneers, but I don't know how that would happen. I don't know how that scenario would happen. But I don't want to play any of those teams. But the thing is you got to go through it to get to it. You got to go through it. And they're going to have to go through one of those teams. Or, no, they're going to have to go through us. Which is another weird thing. For a Lion fan to think. Hello. How long has been head coaches? Somebody put an idiotic comment like the Vikings are better in here. Vikings are not better. What do you have to do to be better than the Vikings besides beat them 5 straight times? How are the Vikings better? I'm sorry, Evan. I got to put you on blast. You wanted to be a star. Here he is. He's the star. Evan says the Vikings are better. Where do you get that? How do you justify that? You lose 5 straight games. You got beat down. You got pummeled in a game that meant everything. And I'm going to say you guys, because there's no Lion fan that would say that. There are no Lion fans that would say that. So you're obviously a Viking fan. You got beat down. They gave you a beat down. Put a little pressure on that Viking team and they shrivel up. Vikings are better. Worry about the Rams. Are you better than the Rams? That's what it is. There you go. Welcome to the show. Let me see if I'm trying to find some good comments in here. Oh, there you go. I'd hate to say it because I like Tool, but I can't think of another fan base that matches ICP's fan base. True that. I'm just talking about the experience of tonight's show. The energy that I'm going to bring when I get on stage and sing some of these Tool songs. I don't get to do concerts like I used to do concerts. I toured for 20 years, 5 days a week, It was my profession. And it still is my profession, but not as much as my son, my 5-year-old autistic son, is my profession now, which means I'm here in front of y'all. But that doesn't mean that every once in a while, Russ doesn't get out and do his thing. They used to do it, but I'm going to bring that energy. I'm going to exercise a demon tonight. I'm going to get a lot of bad energy out of me because I need it. Because music heals me. Just like football does. I love it. Just throw your mind into something as it becomes you, right? Paul Jones says, why are we looking past Goff? He set so many records for efficiency this season and the book has his name and he's still not. He's in a discussion. I'll discuss him. He's just not in there as much as Josh Allen or Lamar Jackson. We're not looking past Goff. We talked about this already. I know that you were on here when I was talking about that. Goff doesn't run. That's what they're looking for. They're looking for a running quarterback. Goff gets it done, but he doesn't do it to where it looks all shiny. Goff absolutely deserves to be in that conversation. But there's another part of me that says, isn't that really take away from the team to have an MVP? There's no MVP on the Lions. Is Goff any more of an MVP than Jahmyr Gibbs? Is Goff any more of an MVP than Penei Sewell? Josh Allen's gotten done more with less. A lot of people predicted Josh Allen in the Bills to regress because they lost playmakers and who was he going to throw it to? And Josh Allen is a beast, and he beat us. That's why I can't consciously, unless I'm a homer trying to go straight homer, I can't consciously look at that and know that Josh Allen beat my MVP candidate in a head-to-head matchup in a game with zero defense for either team. So I can't do that. I'm not looking past Goff, but Josh Allen to me is clearly past Goff in this discussion. Clearly. And that to me, that's not even a slight on Goff. I think that just the Lions just have so many different players that play a role that it's almost insulting to throw an MVP on the Lions. That's just my opinion. Who the hell am I? One funky Lions fan says Lamar's numbers are 6, a ton of yards, 40 plus TDs, and only 4 picks, high QBR, not to mention rushing stats. Yep, Lamar is ahead of Jared Goff as well, for sure. And that's why it's a two-headed race. So, nobody's overlooking Goff. It's just, he's clearly not in this part. Joe Burrow probably should be in there ahead of Goff, too. I mean, Joe Burrow literally carried that team, right? Allen was lucky Anzalone was out. If you remember that game, they picked on our linebackers all game. That could be true. That could be true. Joseph says that MVP is not a stat award. I love it. I love it. That's good. Yeah. And I could go with this. I could go with this too. I would just flip-flop the first two. And I don't know if it's just because I'm sick of Lamar winning. I mean, this guy always wins the MVP. I figure he has a better chance to win the Super Bowl if he doesn't win the MVP. And when it comes to Lamar versus Josh Allen, I'll tell you what it comes down to me. And it's two words. Derrick Henry. Derrick Henry. You got a running back that rushed for 1,500 plus yards out there, almost 2,000 yards. That's what disqualifies Lamar to me. You had help. Now every team has a running back. You know, James Cook was pretty good with the Bills, but he wasn't Derrick Henry good. So Josh Allen had to shoulder a lot more. That's just my opinion. Let's see. Offensive Player of the Year. Right now, it seems like it's Saquon Barkley running away with it. Right there. On the list, Jamar Chase, Derrick Henry, Justin Jefferson, Josh Jacobs, Jahmyr Gibbs is on that list. Lamar Jackson. It's kind of surprising to me that Lamar Jackson isn't higher on Offensive Player of the Year list. But I think it's kind of like MVP usually goes to, you know, the best offensive quarterback, and the Offensive Player of the Year usually goes to a running back or a wide receiver. Is that what I'm... So Saquon Barkley is probably going to win that hands down. I mean, 2,000 yards, that's impressive, man. Defensive Player of the Year. Now this one's a little bit more all over the place, where I honestly believe that a lot of these players could have a claim to the throne. Defensive Player of the Year. Let me see if I can share this on here, because that might make it a little, but can I get that in there? Okay. That's a little bit better. Okay. All right. So you got Defensive Player of the Year, Patrick Surtain, with a couple first votes. Myles Garrett, again, TJ Watt, Trey Hendrickson. Now, he deserves to be in there because dude's getting sacks this year. Tons and tons of sacks. Chris Jones, Andrew Van Ginkel. I love it that where you're talking about, you know, where these guys are getting votes, all the way down, tied for fourth. Oh, wait. Even Chris Jones at 6 with a first for he got a vote to be the Defensive Player of the Year. Patrick Surtain, it looks like he's ahead in there. None of these, I mean, I can't believe Kirby Joseph wouldn't be in there leading the league in interception. You can't give him a vote? You think that there's some kind of hate there? Paul Jones, come on. Paul Jones says, what about all this disrespect? You're disrespecting Goff. You're disrespecting Kirby Joseph. You're disrespecting Brian Branch. That's why it's hard for me to... I kind of get it, because we have... These players are distributed. Evenly distributed, Paul. It's because we got too many good players. You know what I mean? Too many good players. And to get an individual award, it might be it's just kind of crazy, some of the stuff that the Lions have been able to accomplish this year. I thought Jack Campbell's had a great year. I thought he was the best linebacker that we had when we went all the way down. He really carried the load. And you pair him next to Alex Anzalone right there. You know, Levi Onwuzurike, second-round draft pick from 2021, had a breakout year. And, you know, all the Brian Branch, Kirby Joseph, you know, Terrion Arnold had a not good start to the year, but he ended up getting it. Ended up being one of the better players on our team. It's a good time. Get these guys up to speed by the end of the season. Honestly, it didn't matter that he had a whole bunch of pass interference penalties at the beginning of the season. You know why? Because he learned. And now you got yourself a dog for the next 4 years at cornerback. Because those are those type of players. Our cup runneth over. We have so many good players. Yeah. Kirby Joseph won't get Defensive Player of the Year because he is supposedly dirty. But he does have the resume, which I think it's ridiculous that he's dirty. It's like self-proclaimed dirty. Self-proclaimed dirty. Oh, he's dirty because I say he is. Well, did he get a penalty? Well, no. Did they fine afterwards, after the NFL reviewed every play to make sure there was no dirty plays? Well, no. Then shut the F up.
You've had enough of that shit.
Shut up, dirty player. You better go get mad at the NFL. You better have them change the rule. Because they give the smaller players like a 6-inch spot that they're allowed to put their shoulder on. And unfortunately, that spot includes the knee. You're not allowed to horse collar tackle, though. You can't grab them anywhere. You can't touch them. Shoot. Yeah. Pretty soon, you won't even be able to tackle them. He's not a dirty player. It's crazy. Offensive Rookie of the Year. Or Offensive Rookie of the Year. Is it Jaden Daniels? For resurrecting a franchise that nobody thought anybody was going to do anything? I think Jaden Daniels has more claim to MVP than any of those quarterbacks. When you're talking about what he means to that team. But, you know, touche, whatever. Brock Bowers, 1,000-yard tight end in his first season. That's impressive. That's impressive. Bo Nix. There, he's in the playoffs too. He might make it farther than Jaden Daniels in the playoffs.
Playoffs?
Malik Neighbors, nah. Brian Thomas, nah. None of the other guys. Offensive linemen never get any love. You're not going to get that. But Jaden Daniels, Bo Nix, one of those two players. I mean, Brock Bowers is your undisputed number 2. That's what it looks like right there. The undisputed number 2. Number 2. All right, let's look at some of these other ones. Okay, defensive rookie of the year, Jared Verse, leading the charge, 7 firsts. Quinyon Mitchell, Braden Fisk. Look at that. Check out you wonder why the Rams played so well this year. Oh, they ain't got no Aaron Donald. What are they going to do about that? Well, they'll draft 2 players. And there it is, Jared Verse and Braden Fisk. Looks like it's going to be Jared Verse. What do you think? Chop Robinson? Chop Robinson? I like Fisk. What else we got in here? Comeback player of the year. See, this is what I don't like about that, you butthole. Stop being a butthole to me. Trying to sell me belly fat stuff. Comeback player of the year. J.K. Dobbins or Joe Burrow? Check out Tim Patrick.
You like that?
Tim Patrick making the list. Gotta like Tim Patrick. Hell yeah. That's what I'm talking about. Sam Darnold. I don't know if he was considered, because what was he coming back from? I mean, he wasn't injured. He just couldn't be a starter in San Francisco. I agree with the premise of he was a big surprise. Paul, where were you at? I like this call, Sam Darnold comeback player of the year, but I think that the fact that he was on an NFL roster not injured last year and just wasn't the starter disqualifies him from comeback player. I mean, unless being garbage was an injury. Playing like shit. He made a full recovery and didn't play like shit this year. Now, I don't think he deserves to be on that list, but I like that call. But for the premise that comeback player of the year is, I think that you had to actually be injured. I like that they got Nick Chubb on there, CJ Gardner-Johnson. There you go. Cam Akers, Aaron Rodgers. I don't like that. The ones at the end. But definitely like that Tim Patrick made that list. He actually had a number 2 vote. Look at that. You like that?
You like that?
I do. Good stuff. I like it. There it is. Some of that good stuff. Now, I had teased a little bit earlier about getting on Twitter right here and hitting up some of this Lions department stuff. And I just wanted to kind of react to some of this stuff because it's like, I thought that the Lions are good. You know, I mean, I've been pumping them up all year, but it's like when you look at some of this stuff, it's like, it's crazy that some of this stuff is there. Like right here. I'm sorry, I'm tongue-tied today. The Lions have won 4 Player of the Month awards in a season for the first time in NFL history, with 4 different players collecting the honors. Defensive Player of the Month, Aiden Hutchinson in his first month. no doubt. Offensive Player of the Month, Jared Goff in October. Special Teams Player of the Month, Jake Bates, baby.
We're going to bite a kneecap off.
And then Offensive Player of the Month again, and Jahmyr Gibbs. So is that just me bragging? I don't feel like I'm just bragging. That's crazy to me. I mean, you want to talk about winning in all three phases of the game? I mean, you literally had 4 weeks of having the best player in special teams, the best player in defense, and the best player in offense twice. And 2 different players on offense. I mean, that's not normal, is it? That's winning in all 3 phases of the game. Literally, they say that. Oh, it's just cliche. No, that's the team really doing it. And thank you to the Lions PR right here. I like this Twitter right here. Lions running back Jahmyr Gibbs has been named NFC Offensive Player of the Month. The first running back to win Player of the Month since Barry Sanders in December of 1997. Who was the only Lions running back to ever win the award. I mean, I'm just let it sink in. That's not bragging. It ain't bragging, mother. If you back it up, then you backing it up. And I don't know if you're into Polynesian football awards right here. I want to put this one up today on the page. The Polynesian Football Hall of Fame. Panay Sewell, the best right tackle in all of football. How about this one? The Lions did not allow a TD in 4 games this season. That's the most in the NFL. This ties for the fourth most game TD without a TD allowed in franchise history, and is Detroit's most in a season since 1983.
Stop playing with us.
Pretty damn cool, if you ask me. That's pretty damn cool. Well done, guys. Well done. It's like for a defense that I feel like I'm constantly on here being called a homer because I'm like, well, it hasn't been bad all the way around, and handling a lot of freaking out about this injury and that injury, and it's about coaching. It is about coaching. It's about this man right here. For one, putting his best playmakers, defensive playmakers in a position to make plays. Getting Brian Branch out there, and now you got Alex Anzalone back. You got the high-end elite players, and I definitely believe that he puts a lot on their plate. But the backup players, the players that are playing roles, that's all coaching. That's why you got guys like Muhammad and Levi Onwuzurike and whoever you're going to put in there. Ben Neiman, Trevor Nowaski. That's coaching. Do you remember back in the day when the Lions would get an injury and the next man up would get exposed and they would lose the game? Having depth has nothing to do with finding making, we have the perfect guys in there in name 3 levels deep. That's impossible. You can't pay for all top end players. So the people that have the best depth, is it really that far of a stretch to correlate that with good coaching? That's what it is. The teams that have good depth have good coaching. Because they didn't get that guy at the beginning of the year and go, oh yeah, this dude's the next big. Like, no. There's a whole bunch of role players that are on the team. I mean, look at those, like Craig Reynolds. Craig Reynolds probably isn't going to go anywhere else and be a lead running back. You know, he plays well for whatever they're asking him to be, that dog. Just to come in, the dirty work guy, the Tom Kennedys, the guys that just grind and work. Muhammad's getting a chance. He gets an opportunity because of the injuries. But this is a guy that's just been grinding. He understands the defense. He understands what he's supposed to do within the defense. That is the dirty work that makes guys like Alex Anzalone be put in a position to where he can make plays. Grinding. Chemistry over hype. These guys didn't even blink when we had these injuries. No big deal. Hey, it's part of the NFL. The only people that freaked out about it were, talking heads like me. Viking fan saying that Campbell should be coach of the year. And I agree with that, but it's not out of the question that O'Connell should be considered in there. And if Kevin O'Connell does win coach of the year, you're not going to see me complain about it too much. No. He deserves it. I think Jim Harbaugh deserves it too. But, they can only give the award out to one coach. So what are you going to do? I mean, if you break it down all the way down, it really is down to the two coaches to me, which would be Campbell and O'Connell. And honestly, it's like I wouldn't buck up against Kevin O'Connell. I mean, you lost. I remember Viking fans coming on here at the beginning of the season saying, "Make it stop. We're only going to win 4 games. What are we going to do?" And I had to talk some of them off of the ledge because Brian Flores is a good coach, because Kevin O'Connell's a good coach, and Sam Darnold has never been put in a situation where he's had this many playmakers, offensive linemen that don't get him killed. So, I don't mind it. I do agree with you, Steve, for what Dan Campbell has overcame. All of those injuries, I mean, you're talking over 20 guys on injured reserve on the defensive side of the ball, and most of it on the defensive line. For them to be able to go out, create a plan, and just get guys off the street if they needed to come in and play meaningful roles. It is unbelievable. It's unbelievable. Now, yeah, you did lose your first-round draft pick and J.J. McCarthy, and there was a lot of hope in there, and I thought that he was going to be just fine. That's not as much as overcoming all of these midseason injuries. The Lions arguably lost their top 4 defensive players in Aiden Hutchinson, and Aleem McNeil, and Carlton Davis. And they had just gotten Alex Anzalone back, but Alex Anzalone too. And those were the best defensive players. Now there you go. Now you still have Kirby Joseph. Other players have stepped into those roles and played well. But it may not be in the same position. We weren't getting as much pressures, but the secondary was getting interceptions. Our best players continue to make plays. So the coaching deserves something for that. So as impressive as the Vikings were, Dan Campbell deserves Coach of the Year. Overcoming all of them injuries. And then I don't think it's the main factor, but beating you head to head. Even if you wanted to weigh everything out and then it was even and you're looking for something else, okay? You went through the factor that overcoming injuries, overcoming the death of a player. That's insane. Overcoming the injury of your star left tackle. Lions overcoming the injury of Aiden Hutchinson and then Aleem McNeil. All these different factors. Let's just say that's an even playing field. You factored in everything. Number 10 on the list. All right, did you play each other? Oh, head-to-head? Well, Campbell beat O'Connell head-to-head twice. Campbell's beaten O'Connell the last 5 times they played him. Dan Campbell should be Coach of the Year. You've been watching the Lion Villain Report with your host, Russell Wayne. Brought to you by our affiliate marketing partners at NFL Shop. You can scan that QR code, get yourself up to 25% off of our affiliate marketing partners there at NFL Shop. Stop by our Facebook page at Lions Villain Squad, as well as our YouTube page at Lions Villain Squad. Hit that subscribe button, hit that notification bell. Let you know we going live every day at 10 a.m. Monday through Saturday right here with your boy Russell Wayne. And then on Monday nights, the Main Event Football Show with your host, Main Event Mike, every Monday night at 7 p.m. You can follow Main Event Mike on Twitter, on X, on Facebook. We are the UDFA of sports podcasting. Like, share, and comment. That helps. Helps move us up. Helps us reach more people. Make sure you join me tomorrow morning for the coordinator talk. I'm going to go over that on Saturday this week. I don't know if they're going to be talking, so I may be full of BS because I don't think these coordinators may be talking. I think they may be interviewing. But normally we do the coordinator talks on Friday, but they may be out interviewing for head coaching jobs because our coordinators are good. Wonder if Brian Flores will get any coordinator job offers. Thank you to the over 62,000 villains that are in here. And Leon Phelps is going to take us all the way to 70,000, okay? I'm going to sit here on my nice warm bottle of Cavaquier. I got my lady friends coming over for the wild card playoff game. I know the Lions aren't playing, but we're just going to have a good time instead, okay? And what is a Packer exactly? Thank you to the Detroit Lions News Podcast, Joe Chap, allowing us to broadcast into your spot, your crib. Thank you. We are live on Roku on the Huddle Sports Network. Thank you to Bill the Packer fan and Mike the Bear fan, allowing us on there. Broadcasting on your spot. It's faith, family, and then football on this show. We use football. Spend time with our family, create memories. We don't let football use us. Be careful out there, especially if you be gambling. Yeah. Thank you everybody for popping on today. God bless you guys. May the Lord bless you. May the Lord keep you. May the Lord shine his face upon you until we meet again in Jesus' name. Amen. Watching some playoff football. You feeling good? You feeling good out there? Lions got a bye. This is crazy. I don't even know what to do with my hands. Lions sweep the division. They punk out every team in the division. Now it's time to do it for real. Now it's time to go in and get that championship. That's the last thing that's on the list. That's the farthest that they can move the goalpost out. Because they got to get that done. They do. They got to get that done if they're going to do that. But thank you, everybody, for watching. Peace out. I'll talk to you tomorrow, 10 a.m. Hopefully, hey, if you guys want to come out to the show tonight, let me know. Get into the inbox. Don't pay for a ticket. If you're a watcher of this show, just hit me up on the messenger, either on the Villain Squad messenger or the Russell Wayne messenger, and I want to make sure to get you on that guest list. All right, peace and love. Talk to you tomorrow.
Hey, yo, the lies so that you never make it, hopeless so it seems. Eyes closed, hands open wide to embrace your dreams. Sometimes you gotta take a loss just to get the win. Like Lysosin was popping in like oxygen when boxes wet. Focus on the mental, never lose like smooth instrumental. Better choose on the move in a pinto. Choose when I get to, never lose smooth on the move, but it's simple. Never give up and we running it, maybe. We just keep winning, we conquering daily. Envision and pay me, it's never to sway me. Indigenous, maybe we winning this crazy. Your opportunity, your opportunity, your opportunity. This your opportunity, your opportunity, your opportunity, your opportunity. This your opportunity.